The gods do not reveal all things to man at the start, but as time goes on, by searching, they discover more and more.
The word whose oracle Delphi neither reveals nor hides, but gives tokens.
On the first day, all functions were created, and solemnly told the harsh facts of a functional existence.
Each function has been assigned his domain, to which he will be restricted eternally to live in accordance with the rule he has been given. During eternity, he must contemplate the purpose of his being, knowing that on the last day the gods may require him to state his purpose at some troublesome point. At that point, the function must either state his purpose or reply that no purpose exists. For at each point, some functions have been given a purpose and some have not. Remember the words of Xenophanes and Heraclitus.
Among the multitude of functions trembling on the first day was G of example 2. Charged with that Herculean task, G of example 2 must take each S between 0 and 1200 and throw it to the corresponding A. The throw must be in accordance with the God-given rule.
A is equal to the area of a rectangle of sides S and 1/2 1200 minus S.
Up and down his domain, G carefully moves, throwing his S's until he knows by heart where each little S is supposed to go. He is glad the gods did not ask him to throw -2 or any negative number, or to throw any number exceeding 1200, because he would have no clue where the gods might want these numbers thrown. At last, clever G realizes that he has no purpose at point -2, or at any negative number, or at any number exceeding 1200. Should the gods ask him on the fearsome last day of his purpose at point -2, G would reply in his best courtly fashion.
The purpose of G at point -2 does not exist.
Confidence begins to well up in G. Yet soon G realizes that the gods have played a trick on him.
Yeah, gods,
Exclaims G.
why did you not give me a close domain?
Poor G is tantalized whether he moves near the ends of his domains, whenever he moves near the ends of his domains. When he moves to his left towards 0, he is allowed to throw numbers that lie arbitrarily close to 0. Nevertheless, he is not allowed to throw 0, since 0 is not on his domain. A similar frustration is felt when he moves to the right towards 1200. Night and day, for what seems like half an eternity, G continuously worried about the point 0 and 1200. Finally, the gods had pity upon G and sent down to him a messenger named Lin.
Hail, long-suffering G, most favored of Minerva, hail, shouted Lim.
Who that?
Responded G, so startled that he began dropping his S's.
I am the one who knows, replied Lim and smiled smugly. Remember the words of Xenophanes and Heraclitus.
Get off my domain!
No, calm down.
Said Lim.
I have been sent to help you find your propose. If you should need help at any point, do you know your propose at 1200?
Since I am restricted to my domain for all of eternity, G of 1200 does not exist, and I am not allowed to act at point 1200.
It is true that you are not allowed action at 1200. Respond Lim. Oh yeah, but it is still possible that you may have proposed at that point, not to be fulfilled before the last day. Have you no clue what the gods want you to do at 1200 as the last day?
Long-suffering G thought and thought and thought. He thought about his S's near 200. S's near 1200 and about the A's corresponding.
As S gets closer to 1200,
It is closer to 0.
exclaimed both Lim and G simultaneously. Then, G in deep tones disclaimed,
The purpose of G at 1200 is to throw it to 0.
Exactly. But why do you speak in such an old-fashioned way? The gods haven't talked like that for ages. Just use my name instead of your statement 7. Just to say, lim G at 1200 is 0. And instead of 6, say, lim G at 2 does not exist. The gods will understand what you mean. They all know my name. I deliver their ambrosia on Thursdays.